What's up, everybody? This is Nicholas Holt.
And Jacob Holt, and this is the Holt Perspective.
We're
We
back.
are
We're
back
back.
and rolling.
So we took a little break from the vlogs and we went a little more blog route. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the blogs. We've been enjoying making them,
All
sharing a little bit of insight into what we think is important. So yeah,
right, time to get rolling back
big
into the video.
yeah, that's right. That's right. And also a big thing is if you guys out there listening ever want to be the brand of the week, we're more than welcome to shout you out. You just drop a comment, drop a DM, let us know, and we will put you as the brand of the week the next
We,
week. Bada bing, bada boom. And if you want to send us some free merchandise, man, we'll always take it. We'll always take it. We'll
we'll
wear
rep
it.
it. We'll post it.
We'll rep it. We'll post about it, man. We're all in for that good stuff. All right, Toby, what do we got? What do we got on tap for today?
So we're going to talk about the benefits, the thought of what is better between training in a training camp or getting like a training with partners or training by yourself, going individual.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. So you're thinking like the route of either like a Brent Fikowski and a Pat Vellner,
Mm-hmm.
or like you look at the brute strength camp. That's what I think of, or like the mayhem camp, or you look at the proven camp. Like, hey, which one's better? So, Kobe, do you have a good idea? Do you have an idea of what you want to say, or do you want me to start? What are you thinking?
I can start it out.
Go ahead, start
Obviously,
it out.
obviously, you've seen positives of both. People at the top of the sport that do individual, people that go to the training camp. I see the benefits of both. I feel like probably if you have the time to truly go all in your training, think that going individual has a slight edge to it solely because you are the one programming, so you are thinking about it. If you are truly honest with yourself, you can program your weaknesses and you don't have to worry about, well, they're programming this because X partner really struggles with pull up capacity or whatever, chest to bar capacity, something of that sorts. If you're really good at that, then you can focus more on your weaknesses, whereas a training camp has to go more as the full team. But if you are not able to go full in, I would have to side with the side of a training camp because it takes a lot out of you where you need to be all dived in. You program for a lot of part of the day, and then you actually have to do the programming and you have to follow all that. And then you have to recover, you have to get your nutrition in, and it's just so much to affect if you are living a life where you're also working or you're doing other things besides just all into the training, then I don't see it as being a true possibility of I don't think there's enough hours in the day to train independently, do all those things, and also do something besides CrossFit.
Yeah, those are a lot of good points, Kobe. I think I'm gonna agree with you, but for a different reason. So I agree. I gotta side with working out alone for the most part. And the big thing is I say the most part because I think it's still important to be able to get with a group of guys and girls and be able to work out together and share that community and all that good stuff. But at the same time, if you're really getting into this competitively and you are always training against really, really good competition, you're going to constantly bring it every single day. Because you're like next to someone, you're like, I got to bring it because they're going hard. I got to go hard. And then they're like, oh, well, that person's going hard, so I got to go hard. And then you're just going full out throwdown every single day. And if you are going full out throwdown every single day, it's not sustainable at the end of the day. Like it just is going to hurt you in the long run because you're just going to be wore out and fatigued. And it might be like really cool for a little bit of time where like you're like, man, I'm getting so much better, so much faster because I'm working out so hard and blah blah blah. But to sustain that is just it's just I don't know if it's realistic.
Right?
And then on the other side, when you really get in to know with partners, and I think that, we work out together,
Mm,
Kobe, and we got a little group that we work out together, but you get to know the people that you work out with so
right.
well that a workout is programmed and you instantly know if you're going to beat that person or not.
True.
Like that fast. And if you go into a workout and be like, I'm gonna, you know, come in second behind this person, so I'll just like kind of go behind them and follow their lead, or vice versa. Oh, I'm gonna crush this person, so I'm just gonna kind of, I'm gonna beat them, so I'm just gonna make sure I beat them. Um, I don't know if that's great at the end of the day. Um, so it takes a special thing of like, and unfortunately, I think the best answer to this for me is a combo of both, right? I think that working out alone is really hard.
Yes.
On the same idea is because you're all by yourself all the
Right.
time. Working out by yourself all the time gets really hard. But at the same time, working out with other people who you're constantly competing against, that there's drawbacks to that too.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I just kind of talked and I just brought up all the bad things from both sides.
There's good and bad of both. With
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
right? But I think
Mm-hmm.
as a whole, kind of going individual by yourself maybe has some slight edges because also working out by yourself all the time by yourself, yeah, that's gonna get old. That's gonna get boring. It's gonna get really difficult. It's not like those people are not allowed to work out with other people. Like they can always bring in people, and they can go visit other gyms and train with them. They can get a different side of it as well. It's not, at least we haven't gotten to the world yet where training camps are not allowing certain people or like blocking only people from our camp are allowed to be here. Like they do open it up to other people, even people that are doing different training camps. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I think as a whole that individual has more benefits compared to the training camp because with the training camp I don't know this personally, but if you start trying to go by yourself too often, then the camp is going to kind of be like, well, what's going on here? Like, why don't you want to work out with our team? And
Right.
that can cause some rifts and difficulties. So,
And
oh
drama,
yeah, always always
right?
got some
At the
drama.
end of the day, I mean, you don't want to deal with drama with that too, and that's a mess. Because then it's like, and going back to what you said, and I didn't even think about the whole programming thing initially when we talked about this. Um, if you're in a situation where you're like, yeah, this programming is good, but it's not like tailored for me the
Mm,
best, right? You get into a really slippery slope. You're like, okay, I don't really like this programming because I think it's for someone else, so I'm going to do my own thing. But then it's like, well, you're going to go do your own thing, and if you don't follow a program, we've talked about this. If you don't just follow the program, you're going to miss things in that
right.
way too. So then you're falling and be like, I'm picking and choosing, and then it like turns into this thing where like I'm picking and choosing from this program, and then that's a mess
Yes.
too. So yeah, I guess at the end of the day, the more I talk about it, I'm just kind of anti training camp. I
Yeah.
guess I don't think I'm a big fan of it, even though kind of in a way, I kind of am part of a training camp in a
Right.
way. Um, but we try to keep those boundaries for
Yes.
sure. Those boundaries are important, and I think that the best way to do it is I don't think writing your own programming is the way to go. Personally, I think it's really hard. Just like you said, it's like so time expensive. You have to like spend your whole time programming and then your whole time doing the
Mm-hmm.
program. So in one case that you said it was good, and I also heard you talk about that, and I see the bad part of that. So I like someone else writing my programming, but at the same time, I also kind of like just working out alone
Yeah.
sometimes. And I would even say a majority of the time working out alone. Because the majority of the time being able to work out alone, I don't have to worry about anyone getting in my way. I don't have to worry about competing with anyone. I'm just competing against
Right.
myself. And if today is a good day, I'm gonna really throw down. If today's like an day, then I can dial back and I don't feel any peer pressure and I'm just moving the way that I'm moving. Um, so I kind of like the mix of the both
Oh yeah.
worlds.
Mix is always the way to go.
I think that's what we keep bringing up on the show.
Unless it goes into following a program, you got to kind of be all in or all out. You know, that's something where
Yeah.
got to get the full picture. You have to follow one thing fully. But
Right. You have to follow it
end
the
goal is
whole
to
way.
get the whole spectrum, get all ends of it, to be as well rounded as possible.
I agree. I agree, Kobe. So, in recap, I would gotta say we like the mix. We see the positives, mainly see the negatives of both at the end of the day. So, actually, I think that we should probably enable this. Screw both of them. Don't go indie. Don't go training camp.
Both.
Mix them together
Boom.
because that's the only way to do it in our brand.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add, Kobe?
That is it. Stay with a mix of all of it.
Stay with the mix, all of it. Stay with our blog.
Yes.
If you're a brand out there and you want us to shout you out, we'll do it. Send us some merchandise.
Until next time, this is the whole perspective.
Until next time, no perspective.
Boom.
Peace.